Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of the weekly channel tip series. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about some basic editing tips. And I don't mean special effects editing like the stuff Freddie Wong does. I'm just going to be talking to you guys about editing for piecing together multiple video clips. So when some people film, they can do it all in one take and they stay on track, and I find that really impressive. Me, on the other hand, I'm really scatterbrained and I tend to trip over my words, as you've probably seen in my bloopers videos that I put up every month or so. If you can't do it all in one take, or you do but it takes a little bit longer than you'd like, today I'm just going to be showing you how to trim those videos down. So that's what I intend to set out to do today, and let's get started. First off, if you are going to go the path of editing, you're going to need some editing software. There are a lot of free ones out there with some basic editing capabilities. I use Windows Live Movie Maker, which is actually free. I will be putting a link in the description to the download page if you'd like to go check it out. Alternatively, there is a video editor provided by YouTube, but personally I prefer to manage my video files on my desktop and then be able to make a completed video on my computer before uploading it to the internet. But it's really just a personal choice as to which video editor you decide to end up using. Once you guys have a video editor to work with, just take some time and practice with some of its features, and this way you can get used to the layout and some of the functions the editor provides. For my videos, the only tools I really use on a consistent basis are for captions and for trimming. Captions I use mainly if I've forgotten something in a video, then I can just type it in writing. The other instance that I'll use captions is if the audio quality was particularly poor. In some of my videos, sometimes it's really windy, so I'll actually type in what I was saying just in case you aren't able to hear it in the video. And then the trimming tool was the second one I mentioned, and I think that's actually the more important of the two. And you can use the trimming tool to be able to shave down your clips to only include parts where you're talking. When I film, there's usually a lot of pauses where I'm trying to think of what I'm going to say next, and sometimes I just flat out mess up. So in the video editor, you can take those clips where you're not talking, or ones where you mess up, and just delete them entirely. And then on the ends of the clips that you are saving, you can keep shaving a little bit off until you only get the parts where you're talking. That way the video is shorter in length. But the more you can cut out of your video that doesn't cut out the important content, the better off your video is probably going to be. And I mentioned this in last week's video on filming tips, but people usually have fairly short attention spans. Usually like 4 minutes is kind of a long video on YouTube. And that really just depends on the video. There's some that definitely do go longer than that, and that's perfectly okay. But just in the general sense, 3 to 4 minutes is about average video length. And like I said, it's definitely okay to go over that depending on what kind of content you're covering. But whatever it is that you're filming and editing, the more fluid you can make it, the better off you'll be. From personal experience, I can usually end up filming about 7 minutes of raw footage, and that's probably going to happen even in the video you're watching right now. And it'll probably end up being cut down to about 2 to 4 minutes. I'm not really sure since I'm filming this still. But with the magic of editing, you guys know right now, I'm sure. One other thing that I could recommend to you guys is that you should save your videos in the same format they were filmed in. So if you have a camera that shoots video in 720p definition, then you should also probably save it in 720p definition. This way you get the best video quality you possibly can. That's actually the only couple of tips that I wanted to talk about today. I know there weren't exactly a whole lot, so if you guys would like any more advice or have questions about anything I did or did not cover in this video, feel free to leave a comment or a question below, or send me a private message. Either works for me. I'm happy to help, and I'll do my best to answer them. But that is going to conclude this week's channel tips video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. On Friday I'll be doing a custom build video, so be looking forward to that, and I'll see you in that video.